Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's paper crafting video, I am making some Valentine countdown pillow boxes. These boxes are a good size and hold a decent little gift in them, and I thought it would be really fun to put these in a basket and then be able to pull them out each day, counting down to Valentine's in February. So here are the cardstock colors I chose and the die set that will create this pillow box from Trinity Stamps. This die fits on a 6 by 6.5 inch piece of paper perfectly with almost no waste when you die cut this out. I'll die cut this out using my Platinum 6 die cutting machine, and there you can see very little waste, which is fabulous. I like using my paper scraps for other things besides recycling. All right, so now I'm going to fold this on the scored lines that the die creates for me, and when doing these rounded edges, you just want to be really slow and careful. I like to put my finger behind it and kind of guide it as I go. You might also find it helpful to actually bend it towards you first and then away from you, just depending on the cardstock you're using. Now, when you put these together, you only need a little strip of adhesive. Very easy. But first, we're going to decorate these. So I am inking up this stamp here from Trinity Stamps. It's the Encouragement text background stamp. It is a cling stamp in red rubber, so you're going to get a really good impression with this stamp. I love that. And I did a purple colored ink on purple paper. It's hydrangea ink from Altenew, and I love the sayings on here. Start living the life you imagine. Enjoy the little things. Be brave. Take time for yourself. We are stronger together. Just some really great sentiments on there, and really you can use this background for any time. For my pink, I used Puffy Heart ink, and you can see it there on the darker cardstock. For yellow, I used Maple Yellow, and there it is on the darker of the yellow cardstocks. And I thought I might change the ink color when it came to stamping on my lighter color boxes, but I didn't. I kept the same ink, and I really love how that looks. Okay, now I have done 6 of the boxes. I'm going to do 6 more using stencils. And I pulled out this dotted stencil set from Trinity, and you can see there are several different options in this stencil set. I chose this one here. I love that it is a 9x4 size so that I can use this on multiple different projects of different sizes. So this fits perfectly onto my little box. I'm going to use the same colored inks as I did before. I am going to use or make a dark paper and a light paper pillow box of each of the 3 colors. So a dark purple with the hydrangea ink and a light purple with the hydrangea ink, and you can see how they look there side by side. I'll do the same for the pink, and I'm using Puffy Heart again and using a blending brush to add my ink on. I prefer this when doing some stenciling because sometimes you can rough up your blending tool, the kind with the sponge, so I'm really liking my blending brushes for doing most of my stenciling. There's the dark pink and the light pink side by side, all stenciled up with the polka dots, and then again Maple Yellow for the yellow boxes. So I have done 6 that are stamped with the background stamp, and I will do 6 that are stenciled with the polka dots. But this is a Valentine countdown, so I need 14 boxes. So I die cut 2 additional boxes, and for those 2, I'm actually going to die cut a window from the front of the box. Now, when you die cut your pillow box, you can die cut the window at the same time just by taping the star or the heart in place. But I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so I did it after. There's all 14 of the boxes there. You can see them ready to go. I'm going to splatter mine because I love splatter, and I'm using this Distress Mica Stain from Ranger. This was a release during the holiday time from Tim Holtz. It was a limited edition, so they could be hard to find now, but really you can use any kind of shimmery spray or ink or paint that you have if you like splatter, which I love splatter. It is life. It just adds another layer of texture on there, and I love that. So I'm just showing you each of these boxes, what they look like. It's going to dry back lighter than it is there and have more shimmer once that really dries. So while those are drying, I'm pulling out the Simply Sentimental Happy stamp set from Trinity. This is a new line of sentiment stamps that they have. They have one that is thank you, one that says you for the big words, one that says hello, and then there's supporting sentiments to go with it. I am going to stamp out 6 of the words that say happy. There are 3 that are kind of large and 3 that are kind of small. There's actually even a 4th one that's really, really small, but I'm not going to use that one on today's projects. And to stamp these, I am using Versamark, a sticky ink that will allow me to emboss my sentiments with white powder. Because this ink is sticky, the white powder will stick to it, and embossing powder is just really fine plastic. And when it melts, it gets raised up and shiny. I love it. Now I smeared my H there with my thumb when I picked up my paper, so my powder kind of went everywhere. Even though I used an anti-static powder tool, that ink smeared. So I had to clean that up, and now I'm using my heat tool to melt that powder, and you're going to see how it is raised up and shiny and just gorgeous. I love it. After all these years of creating paper crafts, I love embossing still. It's just magical. I love that there's so many different colors you can emboss in, and it just makes me happy to see that powder melt and you get something, you know, kind of transformed. So here you can see the different styles of fonts that they have the word happy in. I love that variety because then you can mix and match it with the style of your card. I'm going to do several on each of the colors of cardstock and just have them ready to go, because then when I'm ready to put the boxes together, I'll have all these different choices to pull from, and it's easy to do all of like your stamping and embossing at once versus stamp it once for this box, put it away, pull it back out. I'm also using this Papercrafting Magic stamp set because it is well, it's a cute stamp set for like interactive cards. Has arrows and push here and pull and turn, those type of things. But it has a sentiment in there that says surprise inside. I thought that was really cute for these little boxes. So I'm embossing that as well. And I'm just using the scraps of paper left over from cutting down my paper to die cut my boxes. Now the die set that goes with this cuts a shadow layer as well as cutting out the actual word. So for each of these words, I could have die cut the letters and glue them on top of the shadow, but you also have the option to stamp your words and then die cut them out with the shadow layer. So it's a really cool die set that gives you lots of options. There you can see all of the happies that I created for my boxes in the different colors. And then I used a banner die from this 4-bar card making die set, and then I also die cut a bunch of hearts from white and the colored cardstock. So I'm kind of just getting everything ready to go, and then I'm going to put these boxes together assembly line style. And one of the things I do to help get me ready is put the adhesive or double-sided tape on those flaps. So I'm going to create my first box here. I'm going to stamp a sentiment to go with it that says Valentine's Day, and I'll use that same die set there, the A4, I think it's 4-bar card die set, and then I can put this all together. So what I like to do is use a little liquid glue on top of my double stick tape and fold that over, touch it to the other side of the box, and then I use a couple clips to really hold it there, because you're going to kind of squeeze this box to open it. So you want to make sure that it is going to hold really well. When you put this together on the ends, you want to make sure that the little flap with the notch goes in first, because if not, it's kind of hard to get your finger in there and get out the other one. So if you're not sure, now you know, and it's much easier with the notch going in first. All right, I am bringing out some twine. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. I was there one day and I really like the lighter color of this twine, but I also get my jute twine from the Dollar Tree. They have rolls like this for $1. They're a little bit more brown in color. I use that twine all the time. So you can just find twine anywhere. You might even have some on hand. You could use ribbon here. Again, I love shopping my stash and using what you have on hand. So I wrap that around 3 times, tied a bow, and then for my happy, I'm going to kind of curve it around this box. So that's why I'm using some foam squares and some glue, because it's being rounded, it's going to pull on that adhesive a little bit more. So I like to have really good adhesion, so you'll see me do this a lot, where I do a like a tape type of adhesive and a glue. Glue is actually my most favorite adhesive that I use all the time, but there's some projects that you just need a little bit extra. I hate it when things pop open or come apart, so yeah. I put the glue on the adhesive on the heart the same way, and then the Valentine's Day I am just gluing that down to the heart. And then I'm going to add some little embellishments. These are from Trinity Stamps as well. These are jelly hearts. They have them in a rainbow of different colors. This one is the Blackberry Bliss collection, and there are clear hearts in there as well as some that are a little more frosted. All right, let's move on to box number 2. I am stamping You Make My Heart, and then I'll put that with the word happy, so you can see how that stamp set has the mix and match sentiments. Now, this being a countdown, oh, did you see I closed that wrong? Yeah. I am going to put a little gift in each one. So this first box has 1 bottle of fingernail polish, and I'm going to complete this the same way by tying it up with the twine. So you really want to kind of put your gifts in there first if you're going to tie it up with twine, right? So I am tying that up now, and then I'll add my little decoration on top. I had so much fun playing with my already die cut hearts, my die cut word happy, picking out a sentiment to go with it, and just making each one a little bit unique and different than the one before. So I'm just doing the same thing that I did before, kind of rounding that heart with my crease tool, and then that one I put it on so the heart was a little askew, and then I added my You Make My Heart Happy. Some of these things, because the box is curved, you want to just hold it down a little bit longer than you would on a flat surface. And you can see I'm mixing and matching the different colors with the purple, the yellow, and the pink. And then I'll add on some more of those Blackberry Bliss jelly hearts. I am going to have all the colors of these hearts linked for you below, so you can check them out and get the colors that you like for your stash. Next, I'm going to pull out the box I created with the window in it, and we'll create another box with that. So to cover up my window, I'm going to add a little bit of vellum right over that heart. I just had this scrap right here, so I cut down a piece and covered that up. And it was a little big. I did trim off a little extra from the top. I didn't want my little treat to, you know, pull the vellum down. So I found these 3 Musketeers that have cute little sentiments on the outside. Keep shining. I love that. So I put three Musketeers in this box, and that's when I decided that this should be numbered, that these boxes should be numbered like an actual advent or countdown. So I put my twine around, I added my sentiment, the surprise inside, I'm adding some of those jelly hearts, and then I was thinking, how could I make this a countdown? So I pulled out this teeny tiny tag from the, I think it's a mini tag collection from Trinity. I die cut the smallest one from white, and I'm adding that onto my twine with some string. Now, if you're ever wondering where you can buy string on the cheap, I got mine at the thrift store. My daughter was doing a string art project for school, and I just grabbed a bunch of string from the thrift store, and I seem to see it there a lot. So there's a little tip for you. Maybe look for string at the thrift store. So there is the box with the number 3 on it with three Musketeers on it. Now in this pink box, I'm putting 2 lollipops or suckers in there, and then this box will have the number 2 on it, so you can open it on when there's 2 days left to Valentine's and there's 2 gifts in there. I just thought that was super fun, and I know that my daughter will enjoy it, which is who I'm making these for. So now I'm adding on my sentiment. This one I'm gonna have it go edge to edge and cut it off flush with the side of the box. So this one says, "You make me ridiculously happy," and again I am playing with the different colors, putting a yellow happy on there. Now for the pink, I'm using the double bubble hearts, and you can see they're slightly translucent, which helps them pick up the color of the paper behind it. So even if this pink doesn't exactly match the pink of your paper, it will once you set it down, because it'll pick up that color, which you'll see very apparently on the yellow box I'm making. So now I am stamping "Don't Worry, Be," and then put that with happy. Isn't that so cute? I love that. I loved that song when I was growing up, so I thought it was really fun. This is going to be box number 4. So I'm going to add in 4 packs of gum. These little tiny packs actually fit in this box. I was so excited that that worked out like it did. And then I'll just finish this off like I did before, wrapping the twine around the top, stringing on my little tag with the number, and then adding some cuteness to it. So I have a purple heart for this one. I really like the purple and yellow color combination, and it's just something a little bit fun and different for Valentine's Day. But you know, you could totally go traditional, do red and pink and white. That would be really fun too. So don't worry, be happy, and this little box is ready to go. I'm adding on the yellow hearts. Now you can see in the tray there, they kind of take on a greenish tint, but once you put them on the box, they pick up the color of the box and they look nice golden and yellow. All right, for box number 14, I wondered if I could fit 14 Hershey Kisses inside, and the answer is yes. So the perfect little gift for box number 14 Hershey Kisses. So I have 6 of these boxes ready to go. However, I am not going to complete the rest yet because I have to go out and get some more things to fill them. So I'll finish those as I have some stuff in there. But you know, maybe a $5 bill for day number 5 would be fun. Maybe a $10 gift card would be good for day number 10. I have so many different ideas. I can't wait to fill these up, put them in a little basket, and then my daughter can pick one out each day in February, because Valentine's Day isn't just for your significant other, right? We should all try to bring some love to everybody in our lives on Valentine's Day, and what better way than a little treat or a handmade card, right? I know you agree. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. I have new paper crafting videos all the time. I will see you guys very soon on the next one. Happy stamping. Bye.